Worship. What sort of images does that word conjure up in your mind? Pilgrims laying on their faces before a cross, or robed priests offering sacrifices on ancient altars, or congregations singing hymns with hands raised and eyes closed? When speaking with the woman at the well, Jesus revealed that God is seeking people who will worship him. But what does that really involve? Probably not animal sacrifice, thank goodness, but should we kneel down or lay on the floor? Should we sing and raise our hands? Certainly, we tend to refer to the times of singing in church services as worship, but surely that can't be all God is looking for. In truth, we spend all our time worshipping. It's just we don't necessarily always worship God. We worship those things we give our time and energy to, the things we love doing and long to be involved in. I remember getting into golf a few years back, and very quickly it began to take over my life. It affected my work, shaped my conversation, absorbed my attention, took priority in my finances, and when I was not playing golf, I was looking forward to and planning to play golf. That is worship, specifically idol worship. And while the most common idols are work, family and friends, television and the computer, they could really include anything. And it's so easily done because these idols offer so much in return. Work offers to provide for us, giving us purpose, value and status. Other people offer us intimacy and self-worth. The television and computer offers us escape from the stresses and worries of everyday life. Who wouldn't want these things? Who in their right minds would give them up to worship God instead? What after all has he got to offer in return? Funnily enough, God offers us exactly the same things. It's just that he offers them for real rather than just a passing imitation of them. When we worship God, giving our time, energy, attention and lives in service to him, he promises to provide for us, giving us true purpose, value and status, real intimacy and self-worth, and he frees us completely from the stresses and worries of everyday life. Worshipping God is for our good, and also only God is truly worthy of our worship. He is God after all. So how do we go about worshipping God instead of those other things that clamour for our attention? Certainly singing hymns can help as they remind us of who God is, what he has done and has promised to do. Studying our Bibles also reminds us of these things. Spending time with other Christians can help, as can looking around us at the wonders of God's creation. Finding ways that help us to worship God are important, as is being able to spot when we're worshipping other things. Even when we're involved in Christian activity like serving in church, engaging in spiritual discipline, helping those in need, it is possible that we're actually worshipping those things rather than God himself. True worship of God must be the basis for everything in our lives as Christians. We serve in church in service to God. We engage in spiritual discipline in service to God. We help those in need in service to God. Otherwise, these things have no value. Worship should also shape our daily lives. So we work in service to God. We enjoy the company of friends and family in service to God. We watch television or spend time on the computer in serving to God. And when we are captivated by God in such a way that this affects our work, shapes our conversation, absorbs our attention, and when he is the one we long to be with and serve, then we will truly become the worshippers God is looking for.